Well, hey, it's been a little while since we've been on YouTube. And today we are surveying the garden. We're picking the peppers, as we're going to probably get a frost, if not this weekend, fairly soon. Overall, the garden's been really productive this year. We've gotten a lot out of it. In fact, last weekend, a whole nother load of tomatoes. I ended up giving all that stuff away. Tom, if you're watching, I'm sorry I didn't get any tomatoes for you. But if you want hot peppers, I could hook you up. Because we're currently going through the hot pepper patch. We've got the Buena Mulatas. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but these have been super prolific.
Well, look at this
An
one.
awesome pepper. Yeah, that one, throw that out. This is an awesome pepper. Good for soup, just general spice. It's got a little, definitely a kick when you first eat it, and then it subsides. Whereas the red tide chilies, it's got a kick, and then it hits you, it keeps hitting you, and it doesn't stop. We're at a point in the season where these aren't going to they're not going to ripen up. The temperatures are cooling down. They're not, they need heat, they need sun in order to ripen, and that we're just not going to get that. Kind of lesson learned. I should start the pepper plants earlier so that they're larger when we set them out to plant, so that we don't run into this issue, but
None of your peppers,
it's tough.
None of your peppers are really turning colors.
Yeah, it's because we're at the point in the season where they're not getting the heat
Well, like
and the amount of sunlight needed to make that happen. No, don't do that, honey. But we got some beautiful, these are beautiful red tie chilies. They're just not red, but they are hot. Emma, you want to take a bite?
No,
come on, child. What about you, bud?
We've got plenty for later, though.
Somebody eat it.
Yeah,
Not me.
it's a fair amount there.
Somebody.
One plant.
Let's work on picking these.
Hey.
I'll figure something out with these.
Cheers.
We don't necessarily have to get them all today, but might experiment this year
I have mine. Look at mine.
and try to make these into like a, you're spreading grass seed everywhere, bud. Into a sauce.
That'd be good, like a green chili
Like
sauce.
green chili sauce. That'd be really good. Let's go down Pepper Row here. So we planted the hot peppers through here. We got some jalapenos. There's a few still going. These streaked ones, they were actually hot. The other variety I had ended up being mild. Just really depends. Again, some years they end up being really hot, and other years not hot at all.
I think they're pretty hot this year.
These are more jalapenos. This is the variety that was not hot. Whoops. Oh.
I thought you would find one first. I had to keep it.
And then we've got some red Marconis. None of those are going to ripen any more than what they are. I had the kids go through and pick the rest of the bell peppers. Let's go over there. Got an assortment of bell peppers and banana peppers. A few tomatoes. We're kind of surveying things. It's pretty ratty. There's quite a few weeds because we just haven't been over here a whole lot as of late. And a lot of this has been on the downhill slide. My dad's done a few things out here. He took out all the aging kale plants. One bright spot in the garden are green beans. We planted these around the end of July, late July, and they've really taken off. They're doing quite well. In fact, some of these are ready to pick. At least this is one of the little uglier ones. It's still edible for sure. This is a different variety. I forget what kind. It's not Jade 2. And it's not Provider. It's a different one, but really nice looking bean. I think we're gonna come out tomorrow and try to go through the patch here if it's not raining and pick some beans. Now there was a frost warning last night, so Dad took some fabric and covered these rows along with the potatoes. We got a late crop of purple potatoes as well. Covered everything up for me to kind of just as a precaution. We'll be doing that the next couple weeks as things progress, but I imagine we're probably going to be done around Halloween weekend. Historically, the last couple years, that just seems to be when things really take a turn in terms of weather, and it's, you know, getting down in the 30s. Definitely frost by then. I mean, we'll probably have frost by next weekend, just the way things are trending. Stuff's going to start dying back. Here's our late crop of potatoes. They flowered and whatnot. They'll be ready to pull regardless, because again, it's getting colder. Now they can kind of wait. There's not a big hurry to get these out of the ground. Unlike the green beans, we'll want to get those picked before it's, you know, consistently freezing. Tomatoes are pretty well done. I mean, this is a far cry from what it looked like, you know, a month or two ago when things were just kind of at the apex. They're pretty well done, so we've got to cut the plants out, get the strings off the trellis, and then we're going to dispose of all the vines. We're not going to pull them out. What I'm going to do is come in and get down as low as I can and clip them out. Try to clean this up. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do with this space, how we want to cover it. Typically, I will get a hold of the township and they'll bring me out a load of leaves and we'll load this thing with leaves. And that worked out pretty well. I mean, we had at least a foot thick layer of leaves all over the place, and by the end of the season here, it's pretty well gone. I could show you. I mean, there's a little leaf litter. It's pretty well decomposed. But we'll pull all these stakes out, all the structures. We'll get all the plants clipped out, pulled out, and then we'll work to cover things up, I think. We might do some weeding too. Come through and try to get some of the bigger stuff out of here. We do have some Butter Crunch lettuce that's going. This was kind of a late crop that we put in around the end of July, August time frame. Actually, I think we put this in around August. How many peppers you get?
A lot of them. That's all pepper.
Well, figure something out with those.
I thought it was snowing, but it's just all.
While we're taking just a little bit of a tour here, I'll show you the squash watermelon area. It's pretty well cleared off. This year is kind of amazing. This was probably the most prolific year we've had in terms of the squash, cucumber, and watermelon. The pests did not show up until the very end when we had already gotten pretty much everything we wanted out of the patch. So that was good. Things kind of ended about 2-3 weeks ago. Probably about 3 weeks ago. We had this pretty well cleared out. So now it's just, you know, pretty well an empty little patch here. So cherry tomatoes, there's still some good ones on there. So we might go through and try to salvage what we can before these vines are completely done. There's another thing too. I've got probably 3 gallons worth of dehydrated cherry tomatoes that we're going to use in like soups and pizzas this winter. So now we got about a month's worth of cleanup to do. It's going to take us a little while. We're not going to try to do it all at once. Try to do a little here, a little there. But definitely by Thanksgiving, want to have everything cleared out. Kind of have our game plan in place as far as cover for the garden. Right, child?
Yep.
And then plan out next year a little bit. Well, we'll take a look at the cherry tomato plant, see if there's anything else we can get out of here, and then we'll take off. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
All right. I guess that's it for now. Until next time. Happy gardening. Bye.